It's time for To the Max Sports, where we talk about sports. They're just two guys, Max and Drew, in a bar talking all things sports. Well, without the bar. And the beer. Wait, why aren't we in the bar?
I just love that little intro jingle and the reverb.
The reverb, yeah. We have to watch that as we play some clips from
Can you hear
the
me
computer.
now?
I can hear you now.
So we live in San Antonio, Texas, where it's, 100 degrees out every day for like the last 2 months.
Yep. Watching the temperatures down here makes me look at people that don't believe that the earth is warming up, and I go, shut the fuck up.
And so now I'm sitting here and my nipples are upright and erect because Bob has the room temperature at about hanging meat level.
Absolutely.
So if you see me shivering, it's not because I'm nervous or scared. I'm just very cold.
It's not that cold.
It's not that cold. Hey, Bob, I got a gift for you before we start. Guys, we got a good show. Listen to us on Spotify, Apple, all that good stuff. I actually listened to us on the radio, pulled up an old show a couple weeks ago. We sounded pretty good, man.
Yeah, we did.
We almost sounded professional.
Yeah.
So you came out last week, Bob, as a closet Washington Nationals baseball fan.
Oh, I'm not a closet Nats fan.
Well, I never do this, and we've been doing this show for a year.
I'm not a closet Nats fan.
So as I was doing my annual Goodwill thrifting.
Oh, it's a Washington Nationals cap.
Now, it's pretty embarrassing to be a fan, but.
Well, it's only embarrassing because they don't have any talent, and what talent they do have, they trade away, whether it's Scherzer, Soto, Trey Turner. I mean, the only person left on that team from their World Series run is Steven Strasburg, who can't pitch for more than 2 innings before he goes, ooh, my elbow.
Well, dude, I'm a Reds fan, so don't talk to me about trading away talent. Every year's a rebuild, but I digress. Hey, we have some videos for those of you that can watch us on YouTube. And talking about baseball and staying with that theme, when I first started, I said, let's do a segment when it happens, because it seems like there was a lot of fights in the stands, be it whatever venue. But baseball, it's literally occurring on a daily basis. So if you're watching the show tonight and you're on YouTube, grade these videos, send us a comment. Me and Bob can pick the winner tonight. But this is our new segment, Base Brawls. This week in Base Brawls.
So which one do you want to see first?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
So here's the first one.
Here's the first one. Let me
if you're
switch over to that.
Apple or Spotify, you can go to YouTube. This is pretty good.
Why does it have no sound?
It's okay. Be prepared.
Huh.
But this guy's literally getting the hell beat out of him, and then the other guy gets drugged down the stairs. There's a couple females involved. They're, as usual, trying to hold off the guys. They're probably the ones that started it. But
yeah, this is pretty
intense.
That's pretty nasty.
But dude, as he's getting kicked down the stairs, he actually grabs the other guy.
Yeah, but I mean, baseball's supposed to be enjoyable, pastoral.
Well, that was enjoyable.
Well, as long as you weren't in the fight,
That's true. And here's the next one. Again, if you're watching this on YouTube.
This one's a little more violent.
Bob, how can they reach out to us on the, if they want to pick a winner?
I'll just put it in the comments.
Yeah, put it in the comments.
Put it in the comments.
We like comments.
So, okay.
We also like to be hitting that like button.
Yeah, so here's the other one.
So this one's in the stand where it gets a little more intense. And there's just two Mets
fan knocks out Braves supporter in fight during game at Citi Field.
Fan just
the Mets are one of the best teams in baseball. The New York Mets and Atlanta Braves National League East rivalry was carried on off the field as fans brawled with each other on a Saturday night. The fight occurred in the seats down the first base line. Video posted on Twitter showed a man in a Braves jersey swinging over a Citi Field security guard trying to punch 2 other men in Jacob deGrom jerseys.
This week in baseball,
yeah, that was interesting.
I would have to say I like the first one better because it was at least kind of one-on-one. The other guy was 3-1. That wasn't fair.
No, what I liked in the second one was the lady in that floral blouse who's just like, well, I don't know what's going on. I mean, just kind of standing there blasé. She didn't even take out her phone or anything, just sitting there.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, what's crazy is like something like that happens and it's so normal that nobody reacts.
Yeah, no one reacts. And as a matter of fact, when it happens, half the people just instead of trying to break it up, grab out their phone and post it on Instagram or whatever.
Well, the one from the Padres fan, the first one we showed, was actually on TMZ, which means whoever shot that video got some money from TMZ for that.
Crazy.
Yeah, just nuts.
We'll show the feel good. So there's always a feel good.
So for those that don't follow the Little League World Series, the Little League World Series generally is kind of one of those feel good stories, you know, boys and girls with the Little League softball stuff. You know, just getting out there and playing for the love of the game. There's no money. It's really neat, and a lot of the sportsmanship shows up. So this happened during this. So if you're queasy or anything about, you know, just seeing hurt,
this is the first time I've seen this.
So yeah, so I'm gonna turn this up. So just be careful of your comments so you don't have a reverb.
Oh, look out!
Oh boy.
So he was down for about a minute.
You're reverbing?
Yeah, I know.
Luckily, it looks like it cut his bill a little bit, not full. Yeah. He was able to duck away a little bit.
Tough kid right there.
But didn't you say the...
Here's the bit.
I guess the pitcher was a little upset.
Yeah.
So this is really cool because as a pitcher, Bubs looks shaken up right now because of what he did. And look at Zay Jarvis. This is such great sportsmanship. He wants him to know that it's okay, that he'll be fine.
Hey, bro. Look at me. Look at me. You're all right.
Amazing.
You're all right?
Yeah.
That's cool.
So here's the backstory. I read a little bit more on this actual story. Those two kids were actually like hanging out the night before the game.
Oh, wow.
Together. So they are, you know, just, I mean, very recent friends. So they know each other.
That makes it harder when you're a friend.
Yeah,
That's a cool story. Well, let's go on with baseball. You know, you just can't do anything without a cell phone nowadays. Everyone's got their freaking cell phones 24/7.
Oh, yeah.
You can't even go to your job now and be an athlete without having your cell phone. So pull up this video.
Yeah. So here we go.
And for those of you who are watching, we'll commentate here after the video and tell you exactly what happened.
Phone falling out of a player's back pocket. Here it is. Cruz singles to center. Rodolfo runs from first to third.
Hold on a second.
Heads up play. Great hustle. But in doing so, watch the slide. A cell phone falls out of his back pocket. Now, people online are saying he's cheating. You know how fans are. Should he be fined by Major League Baseball, even suspended? Because it's not a good look.
Oh.
To have electronic device.
Wow,
in
I
your
didn't
back
put it up on the
pocket.
screen.
I'm sure he was just catching up on Instagram. Umpire told him about it.
Okay.
He goes to hand to the third base coach. The third base
Here, we're going to start this again.
baseball. A phone
This is
falling
our
out of a
second
player's
week
back
back, so
pocket. Here it is.
there
Cruz
we go.
singles to center.
So
Rodolfo
nice
Castro
little
runs from first
single.
to third. Heads
First
up
to third.
play. Great hustle. But in doing so, watch the slide.
And where's my
A
phone?
cell phone falls out of his back pocket. Now, people online are saying he's cheating. You know how fans are. Should he be fined by Major League Baseball, even suspended? Because it's not a good look to have an electronic device in your back pocket. I'm sure he was just catching up on Instagram.
This is
Umpire
funny.
told him about it. He goes to hand to the third base coach. The third base coach is like, hey, I want nothing to do with this.
I love the third base coach. He's like,
I
I
have
want nothing
no
to do
knowledge
with
of
this.
this cell phone. He eventually takes.
Yeah, I mean,
And, you know, he was aware of the phone because obviously if he would have slid on his butt, he slid head first. So if he would have slid on his butt, he would have broke his phone.
well, apparently he wasn't aware of the rule that prohibits mobile devices from the dugout.
You think?
So,
You think he'll get fined?
I would bet money on it.
Do you think there was anything nefarious? Do you think he was getting vibrations on pitches?
I don't think it was anything nefarious. I don't think it was cheating, but he is going to be fined.
Just a Class A stupid misdemeanor.
Yeah, it's going to be a $10,000 to $25,000 fine.
He can afford it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Well,
So
those are videos.
Yeah. So what else is happening in baseball? We got Aaron Judge chasing.
Well,
something.
You can talk about that, but even more interesting is the Angels phenom. I can never say his name right.
Shohei Ohtani.
So Shohei Ohtani.
There you go.
Did something that hasn't been done in over 100 years.
What was it? The 100 strikeouts and it was 100 strikeouts and 25 home runs?
No, 10 home runs, and 10 wins pitching. And the last guy to hit over 10 home runs and over 10 wins pitching in the same season was the late, great Babe Ruth.
When he was playing for the Red Sox.
He's playing for the Red Sox. So that's pretty interesting. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, this guy is doing things that, in the modern age of baseball with all the talent to be able to do the things that he's doing.
Well, the interesting question I heard, I think it was Jeff Passan from ESPN that was talking about this. So when he negotiates his next contract, what does he get paid? Because there really is no yardstick. I mean, in essence, he's two players in one body.
Maybe they'll do for him and we'll talk about this later, what the Broncos offered John Elway, and he declined, but we'll talk about that later. Maybe they'll do that for him.
I mean, Scherzer's getting an annual value of, what is it, $43 million? You have Aaron Judge, who just turned down 7 years, 213. Soto that turned down 15 years, 440. Shohei's, worth it on paper. His stats, he's worth it.
It's
70 or 80 if you take into consideration he's two players in one body.
Yeah, it'll be an ungodly amount of money. What I can't understand is why they don't offer more of these so-called franchise players part of the franchise. Why not give them some kind of a minority life or stake,
I mean, there's a movement right now I've heard in football, not baseball, but in football, to peg a player's salary to the salary cap for the team. So you get a percentage. If it goes up, you get more. If it goes down, you get less, but you get, 5%, 10% of the salary cap. Which I think is an interesting idea.
It could be interesting, but I'm still wondering why they don't offer more of your franchise players a piece of the franchise. But yeah, back at the Brinks truck, this guy is going to get so much money. It'll be the highest, probably one of the highest paid. Actually, I think it might be the highest paid athlete in sports. Because one thing about baseball, they do pay their athletes a lot of money.
Well, they pay the top end well.
You're right.
The middle of baseball doesn't get paid particularly well.
But I think they fixed a lot of that under the new labor agreement.
They tried.
So we'll see.
Yeah, Shohei Ohtani is going to make a lot of money, and he is going to be worth pretty much every dollar of it. I look at a Max Scherzer contract, and as much as I love Max Scherzer, he is a beast. I don't think for a player that's only playing one out of every 4 or 5 games, he's worth $43 million a year.
Yeah, no, this guy's, multi-dimensional, two-way player.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be an ungodly sum of money.
So what was up with Elway? Tell me that story.
So in 1998, Elway was offered 20% stake in the Bronco franchise. Mm-hmm. At the time, it would have been 36 mil, I guess. Mm-hmm. And he said, no bueno, not going to do it. When they just had the recent sale,
$4.65 billion.
He would have been worth $930 million. He would have had in the stake of that franchise had he taken him up on that offer in 1998.
I think Homer Simpson puts it correctly for this one. Go!
Yeah.
But
yeah, so he's kind of trending now as, the trolls are out there, Elway's going to be okay. At the end of the day, he's doing.
Oh, no. Well, He's going to be okay for him and his family. As a GM, since Peyton Manning left that franchise, not quite so much.
Yeah, but that does still hurt. And then Ray Liotta, they're going to make a tribute to him at the Field of Dreams. I guess he was part of that.
I did not know that.
He was part of that movie.
Yeah, didn't he play Costner's? No, he played Shoeless Joe.
Yeah. So they're going to do a tribute to him, which is kind of cool. They're not going to do it next year. I guess there's something going on with construction, but this year it's going to be the Reds and the Cubs.
Okay. So
it'll be a battle of, I don't think you could get any better than last year, but it's still going to be a cool venue with.
I don't think you could get any worse than the Reds and the Cubs.
Maybe it'll be a good game. Just two bad teams, 1-0. But it is two storied franchises. So, hopefully they'll throw the old throwback unis on and it'll be kind of cool.
That'll be neat. It'll be neat.
Football wise. So Evan McPherson, he's the kicker for the Bengals.
Okay.
The guy who single-handedly, other than Joe Burrow, got us into the Super Bowl.
Okay.
With this phenomenal.
With the foot.
Yeah, with the foot. He's got an idea that I'm actually on board with. And if you're watching the show, make a comment. You know how when the baseball relievers come out, they crank up the music, for the relievers in the stadium?
My God, no.
He wants to do it for the football field goal kickers.
No.
And I think that'd be pretty cool.
No.
Why?
No.
Wouldn't that be cool?
These are the guys that don't wear a full set of pads, aren't in the trenches getting hit except on some miffed play.
They're only kicking teams into the Super Bowl. That's all they're doing.
Well, they're kicking your Bengals into the Super Bowl.
Well, they usually win about 2 to 3 to 4 games a year.
I know he was a fictional kicker, but the kicker for in the Washington Generals or the Sentinels, I forget their name, from the movie The Replacements.
Right.
Remember that movie?
Yeah.
The cigarette smoking Brit comes out on the field with a cigarette in his mouth, throws it down, and kicks something.
See, I love that. I love that. So what do you think? You on board?
No.
I'm on board. So put me on board. Great idea.
I'll be on board if one of the walk-up songs is Wild Thing.
Okay. Hey, it may be. They'll probably get to pick their music. And then just staying one more time with football. This is a short segment, not a lot going on. Goodell's not happy with the 6 months that Deshaun Watson got.
He shouldn't be.
He's wanting a full year.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll get it.
Really? Why not?
I think that it's going to be 6 months.
6 weeks or 6 games?
Which is essentially 6 weeks. Are you on board with the year? They're saying because it was nonviolent.
Well,
that
was Robinson, the disciplinary hearing officer, the retired federal judge. That was her comment. Her comment was all about, and she walked a very fine line. She looked at NFL precedent for nonviolent sexual offenses, and she basically said the floor for her was 3 games. The precedent in previous cases was 3 games, so she actually doubled the punishment. But her comment was, you can't give him more because you haven't put the Players Association on notice for it.
Yeah.
So 6 games is fair given your precedent, which is shit, but I'm going to find his conduct was egregious. It was predatory. He wasn't remorseful, and he's not seeking any treatment. So she's like, she teed it up for the NFL to go, we proved our case. We just disagree with the discipline. She bore it out. I think a year may be doable. I think politically they had to appeal. They had no choice.
Yeah.
I think if the designee who actually handled Ezekiel Elliott's disciplinary case, if the designee comes back with anything less than 10 games, I'm going to be surprised.
Yeah, we'll see. But I'm gonna stay with the 6. So we'll see how that shapes out. And, this was going to be a scatter shoot segment. We got the attention span of the TikTok viewers that are watching us.
What'd you just say?
The TikTok viewers,
I don't have any attention span.
Well, none of us do. I'm talking about probably our viewers. That we want to keep them entertained, and then we got a TikTok crowd now. Everything's in 3-minute bites.
Or less.
So let's wrap up. We're going to bring back sports trivia, play at home. If you want to comment your answer, go ahead and do that. First 1 to 3 wins, unless it takes too long.
Unless it takes too long.
You want to go first?
I can go first. What do you want? Baseball, basketball, football, or golf?
Well, I never lose a baseball, so give me baseball.
Okay, baseball. A catcher's throw strikes the hitter's bat as he attempts to throw out a base stealer. Is the ball dead?
The ball's dead.
No, the ball remains in play.
Okay, I lose one baseball question.
Wow. I'm going to go with football.
Okay. Football. Okay. I'm down 1. It is 2nd and 10 on the 3-yard line. John takes the handoff and fumbles in his own end zone. The defense recovers. The defense is also called for holding at the line of scrimmage. What is the correct ruling?
Defensive holding at the line of scrimmage?
Mm-hmm.
That's a dead ball foul, 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 5 from the 8.
Kind of close. I'm going to give you that one because you're pretty close. The holding penalty is enforced from the 3-yard line. It is John's team's ball, 1st and 10 from the 8-yard line.
Oh, 1st and 10. Yeah.
I'm not going to be a total dick to you.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
You're up 1.
Do you want baseball again, or do you want one of the other ones?
Yeah, just throw me your lady's choice.
Okay. I'll do golf.
All right.
Lady's choice. A player spits on the face of his club and does not wipe the saliva off before playing his next stroke with that club. Is this a penalty?
I mean, if there's something on the club face, it doesn't matter, so it's not a penalty.
Wrong again.
Oh my
yes, God. Applying saliva to influence the movement of the ball is illegal.
I guess you're right, because I always see them wiping down their putter before they putt for pebbles or whatnot.
Yeah.
But that's probably more just I'm getting my arse kicked. All right.
Well, it actually, this brings up an interesting baseball question. Gaylord Perry, one of the preeminent ball doctorers of baseball history, was he a cheat because he cheated? Was that cheating?
You're not cheating if you don't get caught.
Okay, you and NASCAR.
I notice now in baseball, though, the pitchers have to show their glove after every inning.
Yeah, it's getting a little ridiculous.
It's kind of stupid.
It's getting a little ridiculous. Okay, give me basketball.
Just like this. This is another thing I hate. Coach walks up to the mound, the pitcher takes his glove and on the sidelines. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
What do you want?
Give me basketball.
Basketball. A team is allowed how many timeouts in an overtime?
Oh, crap. Pro or college?
Pro.
Is it 3?
Boom. So if you won, is that 2? Or?
That's just a 2. All
right, 2 losses, 2 wins.
I'm closing in.
You are.
Okay. Which do you want? Do you, since you're down so much, you get to pick.
Baseball.
Baseball again. There is a runner on third with 2 outs.
Okay.
The batter, realizing the runner on third has decided to steal home, backs up and interferes with the catcher, preventing him from making a play on the runner. Who is out?
So the batter would be out.
Absolutely. And the inning is over.
And the inning's over.
Dead ball interference.
That's correct. Let me see if I can stage an epic comeback.
Okay. Give me golf.
In stroke play, John swings and misses a wrong ball that is in the fairway. Does he incur a penalty?
Yes.
Yes or no, and how many strokes?
Oh, my God. He actually, if if I get this right, he is actually lucky that he swung and missed. It is only a 1-stroke penalty because I think it's greater if he actually hits the wrong ball.
I'll give you half a point. It's 2 strokes. So right now you're at 2.5 points to my 1 point.
2 strokes for what's the penalty? Is it for swing and a miss?
Yeah, swing and a miss. Does he incur a penalty? Yes, 2 strokes. So.
Okay, I guess all these times I've whiffed on the tee box, I should have taken 2 strokes.
If you got a beef with that, take it up with the PGA.
No, I think it's the USGA, and there's a lot of people that have a beef with the PGA right now. Okay, it's 2.5 to 1, I guess.
Ready for an epic comeback.
Okay, which do you want?
Doesn't matter.
Okay, I am going to do. You haven't done a basketball one yet. Basketball, pro basketball. Okay. John, standing inbounds, blocks the opposing team's inbounds pass. The ball lands in the opposing team's basket. Does this count as a field goal?
Yeah.
Okay. It is yes. There is more to the answer. The nearest opponent to John gets credit for the basket.
Yeah, that's wild.
So it's 2.5 to 2. I can win right here.
Or you can lose.
Or I can lose.
This time,
you get to pick.
I get to finally pick.
Tell me what you want to give me.
I am going to give you golf.
Okay.
Is the use of a ball warmer during play a violation?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, it would result in a disqualification. Actually.
Yeah. It's altering the ball.
All right, Bob. I gave you an easy one. Don't mistake my kindness for weakness.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Though it's interesting. So the news is that talking about golf, the temporary injunction for the 3 live golf players who wanted to play in the FedEx Cup was denied. They are not allowed to play in the FedEx Cup.
Yeah, I saw that. It'll all get sorted out. It's an ugly scenario, but at the end of the day, it's something's got to give.
Yeah, the hard thing, and this is going back to Deshaun Watson. This is going to be Watson's problem as well, because right now his side is all whining and moaning that they can't do this, and they're going to appeal to the federal courts.
Yeah.
The courts pretty much have never sided with the player in these, because basically the courts go, you negotiated a CBA. If you don't like it, negotiate a better CBA and get out of my courtroom. And on that note, get out of my courtroom.
On that note, we're going to get out of your way, folks. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next Thursday. Again, we're back live every night. Wednesday. Saturday. Sound like Joe Biden. Wednesday, 7 o'clock.
Yep.
Give all the venues you can listen if you can't catch us on YouTube.
Well, YouTube on the video on demand, as well as the live, Spotify, the Apple, the Google, and we are working on a new website.
And listen to us in your car. We sound even better. Until then, folks, have a great evening. We'll catch you next week.
Watch out for that truck.